Hey everyone, this is Alessandro. Welcome back to my channel. So in this tutorial I want to show you how to make your animation more organic using squash and stretch, even though you are having a bit of a acting choice, even though for this example I'm using a very exaggerated poses. But you probably noticed from the clip you're watching right now, the spine and the neck and the shoulder, they tend to feel very organic, very stiff. And this is mostly because I've been using squash stretch in the right way, and this is because I'm being using squash stretch and some secondary IK controller really to give the spine an organic feeling. Especially here you can see how the spine is stretching, but it's not just the spine. We have the right amount of squash stretch on the neck and the head as well. And most another thing that nobody really talk about it is the space compression between here. You see the neck really squashing here, and the relaxed poses of the shoulder. This really gives a lot of make your animation looks extremely organic. Then of course we are increasing, also adding a bit of squash and stretch on the facial, right, opening the eyes, the mouth and everything, but those are a little bit of extra details. Today I'm gonna focus mostly in this area here and this other area. Okay, we have this simple blocking plus, and what I'm gonna do first, obviously I'm gonna go to spline and polish. Okay, and before start to the squash and stretch, I just wanna tweak a few things just to make it look like this spline a little bit better, right? I think right now, as you can see, still is, it's not very good. Again, the point of this tutorial is not really the quality of the acting or stuff like that, but just doing the bare minimum to make it look like a little bit more interesting, okay? So definitely one of the things I wanna definitely offset a little bit the spine, okay, here. Make sure the spine doesn't move all the same, all right? Also, what I wanna do, I wanna maybe anticipate this part here. Anticipate, kind of leaning with the head, kind of looking down, okay, and yeah, and here again, I think I want to kind of delay a little bit these two controller, okay, just a little bit. Normally I will need to do a lot more, okay, but for the sake of this tutorial, I don't want to overdoing it, right? So now that we have something like this, I want to start to work on squash and stretch and show you how the neck and the chest can help to give a lot of more, make the animation feel a lot more organic, but at the same time maintaining the snappiness. Okay, first of all, I want to start with a very simple squash and stretch on the chest, right? I don't want to do anything crazy, all right? So, right, so here I'm just gonna go down, okay? I think here, yeah, is the part where I really want to make sure I squash the character, okay? Okay. Yeah, make sure here the acceleration is kind of like this, kind of compress. This is where most of the compression needs to be, okay? And here, yes, we want to have a high pitch, kind of, yeah, see, maybe something like this, boom. And all right, so we're gonna start with this, okay? Maybe this little bounce here, we can kind of reduce it. In order to see better, guys, I switch here to the proxy model. Okay, I still want to have the neck and the head, right? But this way I can see that it's a lot more fluid. Okay. Okay. See, it started to feel a lot more organic. The only things I think it still needs to a bit of a tweak, right? Uh, yeah, I think we need to kind of adjust here. Yeah, boom. Okay. Another thing is you wanna do if you have this kind of controller, you wanna, you know, push in a more organic way. Okay. Push it. All right. Okay. You see, it started to feel a lot more organic. Okay. Another things we can do a little bit here. I don't want to have just the chest be completely, you know, here. Okay, I want to have a little bit of side rotation. Okay. Now, moving forward, you see this is already kind of helping a lot to give that kind of organic feeling. Now, the other things we need to be very careful is this area, is the neck shoulder area that looks very, very stiff. So for a moment, I will go back to the lower resolution. Okay, and the fact that this looks very stiff is because there is not much of a change in this area, and the way you can achieve that is using the shoulder more, but also we can use this one. Okay, obviously we need to be very, very careful how we do this, because or else things will start to look broken. That's why I think it is extremely important to know anatomy very, very well when you do your animation, because or else I know a lot of people just exaggerate stuff for the sake of exaggerating, right? But that's not how it works. If you don't have the kind of sensibility, all right, you'll just exaggerate stuff that are wrong, right? Yeah, I want to push it even more actually. Okay, because it's a very push exaggeration here. And then we go, yeah, maybe here, yeah, maybe here we can push it more down. Say this is what we want, and then you kind of push back. Maybe just if you want at the end a bit of, you know, just easy in, right? And yeah, because this is happening really, really fast, sometimes it's not always readable, and so sometimes you just want to try to shift things about one frame. Okay. Yeah, now you see like it started to feel a little bit too much, right? So what we're gonna do here, we're gonna reduce this one, right? That's why I said it's very important to have the right sensibility. But now you see that you started to feel the squash and stretch on the shoulder area, right? Boom. Okay. Now another things you can do uh, is with this tree controller, okay? And there is a good chance that while we do this, now that we start to add this one, we'll at some point start to think about it, how to, we already have actually a little bit, as you guys can see, right? We might wanna reduce the shoulder a little bit more. And so, yeah, so that means here, if I go here, this case there is a bit on offset, so in our case this one will go one here. Right, and this one here. Now obviously, as you can see, the head started to feel a bit too much, right? That's exactly what I talked about it before. So we need to go back here in proxy. Yeah, so you notice it's only visible on the head and way too much, by the way. So first of all, we're gonna just reduce this one. Okay. Okay, just a little bit. See that little bit, it's really actually helpful. And I think for this one again, we need to, you know, just push it down here. And maybe the value can be different for each controller. So sometimes some controller needs to be put right, boom. Okay. And also another things we wanna do is, you know, kind of drag down, right? Here, here. Yeah, maybe the rotation here we wanna push it a bit more, so just to have a little bit overlapping in rotation. Okay. Okay, reducing it a bit more. Okay. Yeah, see there is a little bit of head rotation there. Again, if you want to reduce it just a little bit. Yeah, see that now again, we started to feel like it's still way too much. Now that we go back to and we see the full character, we realize, hey, damn it, this is a little bit way too much, and we need to kind of tone it down a little bit. Okay. Okay. Yeah, a little bit better. Okay. And I want to have a little bit of offset from these two. Okay. Oops. So I want to have a bit of offset from these two. And by the way, we can do the same stuff in here on the facial. This didn't meant to be like a facial facial expression, but the principle, it is kind of the same. Okay, we are compressing, squashing here, right? And yeah, I think this one here, I'm gonna just do a very simple in between for now. Okay. Okay. And then here again, very simple, easy in. Yeah, here I wanna really go more up. Yeah. Okay. Go higher. A little bit more here, right? And then, yeah, boom. And here, right? Again, I'm not doing like right now a big facial animation tutorial. That's not the purpose. If you really want, you can keep this one here, right? Close, open, and then here, right? So even though this was an extremely simple assignment just for the sake of doing pose to pose, but you can see how now the it feels more organic. Look like how the spine organically squashing here, like the neck, the shoulder compressing. And every time you go here, you see the feeling, the stretch, right? You know, really feel that organically. You have the stretch from the torso here, this line kind of relaxing, like overshooting, and then going back, right? So all of this, if it's done correctly, it can add a lot more organic feeling, if you know what I mean, right? You notice I didn't touch the hand on purpose because I didn't want everything to be overlapping, so I kept kind of the arms definitely a little bit more stiff, right? There is still more polish, people can do that, but this wanted to be just a simple demonstration to see how can you use squash and stretch in the chest, the shoulder and neck area to have things that looks more organic. As usual, when I do this tutorial, I tend to over-exaggerate just for the sake of showcasing a principle. It's up to you how you wanna push those principles, how exaggerate them even more, less, depending of the style, whatever you want, right? That's entirely up to you. I'm just showing you the methodology, the tools. Then you need to use your sensibility and artistry to apply correctly to whatever animation you're trying to do, okay? Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and if you have any questions, let me know, or else see you next time. Ciao guys.